Hi, I'm Rendela, and I help people master their mindset in their professional and personal life so that they're successful in their life and in their business. Today I'm talking about forgiveness and what it is. There are lots of people who struggle with not being able to forgive, and the reason for this is bitterness. Bitterness is having expectations of others, and they didn't fulfill those expectations. That's all that bitterness is. Bitterness is us being upset because someone chose not to treat us right, when in reality they were incapable of treating us right in that moment. So, what does that mean, being incapable in that moment? I am not saying that these people are incapable of treating you correctly or making good decisions. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is in that moment, they made a decision that they believed was in their best interest. And so let's say that what they did to you was they stole your car. Um, they believed in that moment that that was in their best interest. They needed, for whatever dysfunctional reason, to take your car. In that moment, with all the lies that they were telling themselves and all the lies that they were believing about themselves, they believed that this was a good thing for them. And human beings do what they feel is good for them. Um, that's typically where our behaviors come from. If you look at your behaviors, you will realize that you make decisions based on how you're going to benefit. And even if it's serving someone else, you're still benefiting in some way. Even if it's just getting a good feeling out of serving someone, and that's just fine, as long as you're not hurting someone while you believe that you're benefiting. Does that make sense? All of our behavior comes from our thoughts and feelings. All of our thoughts and feelings come from our beliefs and our desires. So when someone has hurt you, that whole progression just happened, and the action was the last thing to happen. So that action came from a thought, and the thought came from a lie in their belief system about either the action that they were doing, that it was okay, they're somehow justifying it, or a belief about themselves that that they have the right to do this, or that this is a good thing for them, or a belief about you that you deserve this, or somehow need them to treat you like this. So all of our actions come from our thoughts. All of our thoughts come from our beliefs and our desires. So why am I teaching you all of this? Every one of us has sources of pain. And from those sources of pain, coping mechanisms are created so that we feel better about ourselves. We can cope with the pain and the world around us. Every one of us has coping mechanisms. And so that's what's happening when someone does something wrong to you. It's a coping mechanism. They are in pain in some way, and they believe that doing whatever they did to you is somehow going to alleviate that pain. It's not logical thinking, I didn't say that, but that's the way humans respond. That's how they respond to pain. We all have these coping mechanisms. So what do you do with all this information? Well, you realize that you need to forgive, and you do forgive, and you let it go. Because forgiveness is about letting go of that bitterness so that bitterness doesn't eat you from the inside out. And it is. If you are hanging on to bitterness, it's only harming you. And realize that the person who harmed you was just in a place where they were coping with something. And once you forgive them and that pain goes away, what you have left is empathy. And you feel for that person, that they chose to treat you so poorly because they are in pain on some level and are trying to cope with it. that's what you're left with. And it's a wonderful place to be in a place of empathy. So I hope this helped you. And if you would like more information about forgiveness or other mindset issues, please visit me on my blog, and you can check out that address on the screen right now. And thanks for watching.